everyone for giving me the opportunity to be here. My name is Vipin Verma. I'm an attorney by trade. I went to University of Florida undergrad. I studied biochemistry. Then I went to Florida State Law School. And I came back into my hometown, Daytona Beach, Florida, where I grew up and started my own law practice. So that's a little bit background. You guys have given a lot to this country. And there's a lot of federal employees who are still working today. They're giving back. Even though they're being criticized every day in the media, they're being criticized, especially by the Republican Party, who are going after their benefits. Here's what you need. You need somebody with the intellectual firepower to go in and battle Paul Ryan. And if you guys don't know who Congressman Paul Ryan is the guy who basically wants to turn Medicare into a voucher program. So you need to, when he comes in with his budget, because balancing the budget, it's a great idea, we need to do it. But you need someone there when Paul Ryan comes in with they're coming back with a budget, we're going to cut $1 trillion. We'll tell them, you know what, you want to cut $1 trillion, that's fine. But let's have a shared sacrifice. Let's go back into the tax rates we had under Bill Clinton. And then let's start to match where do you want to go. You want to cut Medicare, I'd rather see the growth. Protect our seniors. Don't balance the budget on the backs of our seniors. But you want to balance the budget, grow our economy, invest in infrastructure. And right now is the best time to invest in infrastructure. We're going to have the lowest interest rates in a generation. People need a job. If you get people back to work, they can pay into the system, they can pay Social Security, they can pay taxes. And that's how you grow the economy. You don't do it through cuts. If you want to see what happens when you cut the economy with this austerity message that all these people are talking about, go look at what's happening in Greece, Spain. There's problems that are only becoming worse because they keep cutting. They don't invest in their countries. What we need to do is invest in America. You need to bring in high-tech manufacturing jobs. That's my main platform. I'm going to bring in high-tech manufacturing jobs in each part of the counties, Volusia, Flagler, and St. John's. Bring those jobs and you build a community from the ground up. So you take these jobs, you can get all these students from college who are graduating from University of Florida, Florida State, University of North Florida. You transition these engineers into the jobs in our local communities. Then you have students who don't really want to go to college, they don't have the money for college. You give them a good vocational school and you transition them into these jobs. So you get the high-paying jobs. And when you grow our economy, you will see the connection. Because think about it, if you open a plant in your community, all these people are going to need housing, they need entertainment, they need a place to live. So when you add it all together, and then if you have manufacturing, you need small suppliers who will supply to the manufacturing plant. You need technicians. So when you grow the economy, that helps lower the tax rate burden on everyone. And that's the way you do it. That's the way you balance the budget. Look at the model of President Clinton. That's the way he balanced the budget. He balanced the budget through growth. And that's the only way you can do it. And stop demonizing the federal workers, and stop going after people's pensions, because they rely on it. If you look at the statistics, 40% of the people would be below the poverty line just if they didn't have Social Security. How many people, 60 or 80% of people would have no access to health care. If you put them on a voucher program, you're essentially giving these people a card which they can't do anything with. The voucher will not amount to anything. $6,000, you can't buy health insurance. Go call the insurance company and ask them how much is insurance for a 62-year-old. You'll get an answer very quickly that $6,000 doesn't buy you very much. And they're basically leaving all these people out to dry. We cannot do that. We cannot balance the budget on the backs of our seniors. And that's my promise to you. I will be there fighting for you. I'd rather lose the election. I'd rather lose the congressional seat than let single pay benefits be cut that were promised to our employees. You want to have reforms? Let's seriously talk about reforms. But don't go after the people who are relying on Medicare and Social Security. Don't go after the benefits. Don't go after federal employees' pensions. They earn these pensions. They try to do a comparison. Here's the trick they use. They do a comparison between a private sector and a federal employee. Well, a federal employee gives up a higher salary to get benefits, and the same thing with the unions. A lot of the union contracts, they structured it, they wanted a better pension, so they said, okay, we'll work for lower wages, but we get better health care, we get a better pension, we'll take lower wages. Now, after they've taken the lower wages for the last 40 years, now they want to come in and tell them, we want to cut your pensions too because your pension's too good, your health care benefits are too good. Well, they gave up a lot for the past 40 years to get these pension and health benefits. And now you can't renege on your promises. And that's the biggest thing. I will be fighting for you every day and night. So please vote for me on August 14th. Thank you very much.
Thank you.